we're going to be Cadillacing this whole shower. I'm going to start with this wall, and because I have lots of time, I'm just going to work on one wall, small little sections at a time, and get this done. Make it kind of smooth using the Vasari lime plaster. So stay tuned. Here we go. About ready to start. The drywallers have been in here and they did some texturing on the ceilings, and I see that I have a few little mud drips over here in the corner that I'm going to scrape off first. So like over here in the corner, very simple prep work, something. Oh, in order to get this on, you can brush it on with a regular paintbrush, or you could use a roller, either way. Doesn't have to be really thick because you have that plastic membrane already back behind it. So, okay, let me fill up my trough and we'll start. Okay, so I'm using just a regular drywall tools. Got my mud. You can see the consistency of the mud is pretty loose. Maybe more like a pancake batter. Does that make sense? Anything from pancake batter to peanut butter will work. So, what you want to do is put a small amount on your knife. And the reason my knife has already got some Cadillac on it is, or Venetian plaster, is because I had done this wall down here a little bit earlier today. So what we're going to do is just go up at the corner and just slide that down. Very similar to when you're doing your drywall mud. If you're a drywaller, it might be a little bit thin. You can see where it kind of catches right there at that lip. It's because that's a little uneven surface. So what we're going to do is just fill that in by just keeping applying more. I'm such a shorty. So I gotta reach. I gotta move my ladder every 5 minutes. It's a lot easier to do it on or I should get a bigger ladder. But we're fine with just doing it like this. In this little shower, I don't want to put a huge ladder in here. That's kind of like more awkward to move it around in this space. Here we go. When you come across those little holes, make sure you fill them in. The work time on this mud is quite a long time, actually. Like about 3 to 4 hours. Because it's a little cold in here, it's actually a lot longer. The Vasari plaster, they would like you to have your room temperature to be about 70 degrees. I did turn on the heater, hasn't reached back here yet. I do have a fireplace that I've done earlier, and I can show you pictures of that, and you'll see what this will end up looking like. foundation, which means that this is really not very thick on your wall. And this is our first coat. We have to do 2 coats for it to be finished, and then some burnishing. So let me get the rest of this done. The reason why I look at this this trowel, this paddle, is because one side of it is concave and the other one's convex. The one that I have which I left on it on purpose so that I could tell, the one that has the label on it it curves this way. And the one without the label curves that way. So that's the side I really want to use. And that eliminates a lot of these little side lines that I get over here. If I'm pulling it perfectly flat, I don't get that. So you'll find that most of those paddles that you get, there's 2 sides to them. One's a little bit flatter, one's a little bit convex, and the other one's concave. I'm going to take my finger and just go down that edge. So when I come do this edge over here, I have something to match into. The other things that I think I've researched about it is that when you're applying it, you kind of do want to do a little bit of a, if you can, other than your edges, because your edges have to be really straight pulled out. So you come to your edge and you pull it out straight. But the rest of the time, you want to do like organic squigglies. For me, I prefer not to have a lot of texture in my wall. There's a lot of applications that you can actually leave it much rougher than what I'm doing. And that gives a really organic texture to it. And when you're doing something along those lines, you definitely want to put a lot more squigglies in this. For me, I want it probably as smooth as I possibly can. Mainly because I want to do a color finish on the second coat and get a little rock marbly effect going on in here. You don't have to be a big, strong He-Man to get this done. You can mix up small batches, work in small areas at a time. You don't have to stress out. It takes a long time for this to dry. So you can work on it slowly, get it smoother if you like it, make more texture if you like it. To me, I almost feel like I'm icing a cake. I have a lot of cooking references. This probably is more like cake batter in consistency here.